welcome to the studio. I'm Gina, and I hope you have all been having a good couple of weeks with your first couple weeks of school. I know most of us haven't been able to have classes, normal in-person classes at school this year, and we are doing classes online with the computer. So I thought it would be nice if we had some art to do, some art lessons to be able to do at home as well. So today we are going to be doing a dancing cow. So I will have you come to my desk and we'll get started on our project. Okay, artists, we are going to get started with our dancing cows. So what you need for this art lesson is a piece of paper, just a regular piece of paper, a pencil, number 2 pencil. You'll need a Sharpie. You can have an ultra fine Sharpie or a regular Sharpie. You'll need an eraser, because I do a lot of erasing. And you'll need pink colored pencils and watercolor paints and a water container and a brush. And that's all you need. So to get started, we are going to draw the face of the cow to start with. Now I want to make sure that I have enough room for the cow's body. So I'm going to put the face towards the upper section up above the halfway mark of my piece of paper. And the cow has a rounded kind of face, like a U shape. To get started, I draw really light, so let me see if my lines will show up. There we go, a U shape. That's what you're going to draw first. They have floppy ears. They can be small, they're kind of on the small side, but you can kind of make them however you would like. There we go. I'm gonna make this one a little bit more round so I can show you that I erased too. There are its floppy ears, and we're gonna draw the top of the head just kind of going across. Make the ears meet, and they have the little horns on the top. We are gonna draw, I'm gonna draw my eyes closed because he's so happy. He or she is just so happy to be dancing. So I'm gonna draw them closed with eyelashes. I'm going to draw a rectangle squarish shape for the nose with 2 circles inside. I am going to draw a mouth underneath. And I'm going to draw like a jelly bean kind of body because she's going to be dancing. So big belly. You can draw your belly and your body however you'd like. If you just want to make it one big round oval shape, that's okay. Whatever you would like. I'm going to draw the arms up in the air because she is dancing. So they're just like rectangle shapes. One's up in the air and the other one up in the air with the little hooves at the end. So they're just square little shapes right at the end. I'm gonna draw the part, I don't know what it's called, where you get the milk on the belly. So it's just a circle or oval shape. And you could put it on the belly, you could put it down here, and you're just gonna make the little parts that you milk the cow from. If you want to, you could even put it here on the belly if you want. Make it a little bigger. Maybe I'm gonna do that actually. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that you can do a lot of erasing. So I'm gonna make it a little bigger on her belly. And I'm gonna do the parts where you milk the cow. And then I'm gonna draw one leg kind of coming out here. Another rectangle shape that's sort of just coming out at an angle, like she's dancing, she's doing a jig. and another one that's bent and coming up. You have to draw the tail, which is just like two lines, two parallel lines, and then there's some hair at the bottom, at the end. We are going to put some spots. So some of the spots are, they're just all curvy, different shapes. Some of them are small, some of them are bigger, some of them are like really big, some of them are smaller. You can just put whatever shapes. I kind of like, they're like puddles or little weird amoeba shapes. And I put them all over her belly. You have to do all the little weird shapes down the arm. You have to do some of the shapes on the legs. There. So it's a spotted cow. All of her great spots. Then we need to put the cow somewhere. Right now it looks like she's floating. So we need to make a horizon line. That's just a straight line right in the back. That's going to, it could actually be a curvy line if you want it to look like there's grass back there. You can do some grass lines. And we're going to put a fence. Usually cows have to stay inside of a fence. So I'm going to do some rectangle shapes that are just going up and down across the page. So they're just some rectangle shapes across the horizon line. And then I need to draw a line that goes in between those rectangle shapes. So I'll start with one line that's going across like this, and I'll draw another line right underneath it. There, we have one post to the fence. So I started with one line, I drew the other. Now we need to get another post. So I'll draw another line all the way across and another line right underneath it, just like that. Now I have a fence. You could put clouds in the sky if you want. You can add anything you would like. You can add a sun. You could add anything. There are my clouds. Wiggly, wiggly lines. So now you need to get your Sharpie, black Sharpie, and we need to trace our lines, which means going over all of those pencil lines. And my hooves are going to be black. So I'm going to fill in that rectangle at the end. It's going to be black. The spots are going to be black. So I'm going to fill those in with my Sharpie, just like that. My black spots. So I'm going to trace all my lines, and then I'm also going to fill in my black spots. So you just take your time tracing your pencil lines. And if you don't trace them exactly, that's okay. You can always take your eraser and erase when you're done tracing. I am going to fill in my mouth with the black, just like that. And I'm going to trace my body. This is going to take a little bit of time. Just take your time. There's no rush. And then we need to trace our fence and our horizon line. So you can trace the grass, like all curvy. You can trace your rectangle lines for your fence first, and then you trace your horizontal lines across for your fence. There we go. And I'm not going to trace my clouds. It's okay if you do, but there is my dancing cow. How cute and happy is she? So I'm going to fill in my little nose area, but not the little white, the circles we're going to keep white. So we're only going to color in around those circles in the rectangle area, just like this, with my pink colored pencil. I am also going to color in the area where the cow makes milk. There we go, that's pink too. Now cows come in all different colors. I'm gonna actually erase my pencil lines. I wasn't super good about tracing over my lines exactly, and that's okay. I'm just gonna come and erase them. But cows come in all, like several different kinds of colors. We have our black and white cows, we have brown cows, gray cows. I made a black and white cow, so we are not going to have to paint the cow, it's just gonna be white. So we are gonna paint the sky, and then we're gonna paint the grass. And then we will be done. So I'm gonna paint the sky first. You can get out a medium-sized brush, and you can paint it whatever blue color you'd like. If you want it a light blue, or if you want it a little darker blue, whatever blue you would like. And if you drew clouds, just paint around them. If you don't have paint, you can definitely use colored pencils to fill in your sky with colored pencils. You can also use, what else could you use? You could use oil pastels. You could use markers. And you are going to paint around your cow, because I want my cow to be white. I'm also going to paint around my fence, because I want my fence to be white. I'm not going to paint where my fence is. If you need to get a smaller brush to go around your fence, get a smaller paintbrush. Then you need to paint the grass. You can make a green by mixing blue and yellow together, or you could just use a green in your paint palette. You can decide what you'd like to do, and you just paint the grass. You could use colored pencils if you don't have paint, and fill in the grass. I like to make a couple of different kinds of greens, because grass is not one solid kind of green. So I'm going to make a lighter green and a little bit darker green, and I'm making my brush strokes going up and down, just like grass, in the same direction as grass grows, up and down, so it looks like little grass blades. And then we are done with our cow. And we can sign our name. Signing our name is the most important part. So I'm just gonna write Gina. Once the paint is dry, I'll sign my name at the bottom. And there's our dancing cow. So thanks for drawing and painting with me.